To try and cut down on the length of the video for you all, I originally started out cutting a bit of stuff from the live stream. But then I thought perhaps I would just leave it as is and instead run the video at 200% with the audio pitch being preserved as best as Premiere Pro would allow. Please let me know if you like this. If others find it too confusing, I could drop it to say 150% or even just leave it at 100%, but then once you add in my talking points, you are likely looking at it being a roughly 90-minute or longer video.
Hey guys, how are you today? Ken from KBD Productions TV coming at you live from very hot Ontario, Canada. And just notice my right light is... the lighting looks alright. What do you think?
Overexposed lighting likely doesn't help matters that your chrome dome creates a glare effect, Ken.
We got Kevin happening, our first KBD members only live chat, live show and chat.
First members only chat, and you've been collecting their money for how long and never given this perk?
How are you? If you guys want to talk about anything specific, I'm here for an hour, and this is all just for you people.
Notice how he checks his watch out of boredom already, giving minimal attention to his members? Just for them. Right.
I'm going to be doing this once a week.
Freudian slip there, eh, Ken? I suspect that once a month is what the members will likely be lucky to get, but it will probably be once a year.
I think moderators too should I leave? No, I think moderators too should. The random guy, hello. It's good. Stephanie says, I'm being induced on the 4th of June, so 9 days ago. Woohoo! Your life will never be the same. Just sit back and realize that from here going forward, or from the 9th going, well, the 9 days ago, on the 4th of June, everything will be, hey, John Riley, new member, all right. Thanks, John. I appreciate that.
Ken starts talking to a member and can't get the date right, but then someone gave him money and he immediately sets his attention on them and never finishes the piece of advice he was giving the pregnant viewer. Money is involved and Ken resets his focus.
Yeah, I remember like days leading up to our kids being born and just kind of like looking around and knowing that things are going to be different after we get home from the hospital, and they were.
Guess that means what? No more benders? Actual responsibility? Another mouth to feed?
We got 102 people watching, which is very cool.
Pretty lackluster viewer numbers. That is a paltry 0.02% of your 504,000 subscriber base. Yikes.
We just got a new member. Good to be back. It's good to have you back, sir. Junk Food Junction. Saying hello to Morris.
Kind of a sad state of affairs when the person running the chat is sitting there just giving a play-by-play of what is being done or said in the chat, and when he actually responds, he is very monotone. Seems like this is monotonous to him.
Can't stay, I'm working. I just stopped by to say hello. Keep up the great work, Ken. Well, thank you.
See what I mean? Even when he is getting praised, he seems so unenthused, which is odd. Clearly doesn't want to be doing it, or perhaps he feels slighted not to see any super chats rolling in yet. Then we get the head bobbing. Wonder if he considers that exercise.
Have a good day, Morris. Says Krista Edwards. Hoping I didn't miss anybody at the beginning there. I was trying to say hello to every single person that came in. So I'm extremely happy that moderators can leave comments as well as members. That's something I guess that YouTube changed, because I haven't done a members only live chat, but the fact that I think at the beginning when you did it was just the members, but I don't know. Again, I didn't do one, so I wouldn't know.
That is what a happy Ken Domik looks like? Right.
So if you guys want to ask questions, you're more than welcome. If you want to talk about fasting, if you want to talk about food, you want to talk about anything you like, just leave a comment and we'll get right into it.
Notice how fasting was the first option he gave? For a channel that revolves around food, to not list that first is priceless. Would be like someone who talks about music saying, hey everybody, if you want to talk about gardening, knitting, music.
Ken, what are your thoughts on Joe Rogan moving away from YouTube and going to Spotify exclusively? I don't think that's... the people, I've been watching him for at least, 3 to 6 months, and I watch at least one of his YouTube short podcast things that are usually specific to a specific comment.
He didn't even answer the question. Maybe Ken should run for elected office, as he sure knows how to give a bullshit answer that makes it sound like you know what you're talking about, when in reality you're just stringing along words that form a sentence.
Paul, thank you very much, sir. Ken, how's it going? You going to come to Boston ever? Oh, we were supposed to go to Boston, dude, before the COVID-19 happened. I was actually, Paul and I were actually planning on going. It's only like a 10-hour drive or something. Lots of awesome places to check out. Yeah, I know, man. We're going to go there, do like a bunch of food reviews, and then come back. That would have been good. McKinley, how are you, sir?
Thank God he didn't try and say wicked awesome in a horrible Boston accent.
Ken, do you think Popeyes will air your commercial again for another run? Yeah, basically, they bought the rights to that video, and they're allowed to use anything they want in that video forever. So they could run commercials using that video that they purchased off me forever and ever.
Seems like a rather poor purchase on their part, if you ask me. Guess they missed the videos where he said their food sucked.
I'm a big supporter of intermittent fasting. It works. Yes, Matthew's very successful at it as well.
Yet Ken won't get on a scale and prove this to be true.
It would be nice if Popeyes bought one of my old videos, like, a couple times a year. That would be nice. I could buy more bikes.
Greedy, greedy Ken. Always wanting more and more without having to do more work to achieve it. So he can buy more toys.
So I also found out today, watching some fasting videos, that exercising in your fasted state really accelerates fat loss because there's no food in your system. So they say don't eat before you exercise is what they're saying, again, for people that want to burn fat. Because if you eat before you exercise, your body will use that food instead of the fat. So it's better to exercise during, and I think also as late into your fast as possible. So maybe do your hour of exercises or 2 hour of exercises, like an hour or two before you break your fast and go into your feeding window.
Gee, but last time you streamed, you said the opposite of that. Here, let's confirm that.
There's a thing, what's the chemical called? Cortisol. So if you exercise really hard, you raise the cortisol level in your body, which prevents you from burning fat. So that's another thing you don't want to do, is work out.
Now you are saying the opposite after watching another video demonstrating my correct suspicion that you lacked a fundamental understanding of the subject matter.
Got that one ready. It would be great to see Popeye's chicken sandwich on Canada. Oh yeah, I'd love to see that chicken sandwich hit Canada. It was great. I liked it.
It was already confirmed to be coming to Canada, although perhaps due to the pandemic it was delayed. Slated for a September release in the Great White North. I'm sure Ken will do a video of that when the time comes, and I'll be ready to do a reaction.
I hope that, I don't know, there's a lot of things that the States get that we always get like a year or two later, or never. And there are things that the Canadian fast food companies make here, and the States don't get them. So I don't think McDonald's poutine ever made it to the United States, so that's probably one of the things. And the McChicken. So the States got what we call our junior chicken. That's their McChicken, but we have a junior chicken and a McChicken, and it's on a sesame seed bun. It's a little bit more food.
It is called regional menu offerings. This is why you will see things globally not available in North American markets and vice versa. Hell, Canadian fast food has a higher sodium level due to regional taste, confirmed by research studies.
I was keto for 2 years after hearing you talk about OMAD. I started OMAD 2 weeks ago, down 5 pounds. Dude, Kevin, that's awesome. That's fantastic.
I feel sorry for Kevin. If he ever sees this, please, Kevin, go back to keto. You are far better off with that in the long term. Don't just listen to Ken's one-sided and vastly uninformed understanding of OMAD and fasting.
Yeah, OMAD is what do you eat, Kevin? I'd love to know what you eat when you break your fast. So, and are you like a 2-hour eating window, or do you try to eat all your food in the 1 hour?
Ken wants to know what Kevin does, given that Kevin lost weight and Ken is plateauing, as he puts it, when in reality he is just stagnating due to his poor eating habits for YouTube purposes.
Because I kind of like spread it out over about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Like I'll start making my food at 5. I'll have a big glass of water with apple cider vinegar in it, and then maybe eat a banana or an apple to help ease myself back into eating.
Because easing oneself back into eating sounds right. Hey Ken, how about you look at actual legit studies that compare these various dietary choices and see which one has better long-term success and less of a negative impact on the body? Many who talk on the subject of OMAD or eating smaller meals throughout the day all conclude the latter is still promoting weight loss and doesn't significantly hinder it, and is a more sustainable way in the long run. It is all about calories.
Robbie Suit says, do you only eat one meal during your feeding window or multiple? Like I was saying, I kind of like have one meal, but I spread it out over like an hour to 2 hours, depending on what I'm eating. Sometimes because the big salads I make, they fill me up so much, but I want to eat some more protein and stuff because I know it's not a lot of calories. Even though it's a big salad, I don't think it's enough calories. And plus you need to get your protein in and all that stuff.
See, as I said, calories. Body needs them, and if you make smart decisions and don't just eat copious amounts of fun food, as you put it, then OMAD is not necessary.
I'm doing a very extreme version of keto, keeping carbs below 10 grams per day, and have lost over 100 pounds. Way to go. Congratulate Matthew, people. That's awesome, man.
See? Matthew knows what is up.
Spicy McChickens didn't either. The jalapeno, the habanero, and ghost pepper. They never made it to the States?
That is what he said. They never made it to the U.S.
Sean M., how are you, sir? Good afternoon to you, too. Yeah, Matthew says so far he's lost 100 pounds. That's amazing, Matthew. Congratulations. Says Krista. I like when you guys support each other, man. That's my favorite thing. When I go through the comment section, I see you guys commenting to each other, supporting each other, thumbsing up each other's comments, and that is great to see.
Yet we never see you commenting unless it is something about you, and you say a simple thanks. So I'm not buying what you're selling here.
I usually eat 1,500 calories over 60 to 90 minutes. I typically will have a lean protein salad or a couple vegetables, low carbs, low dairy, right? Can you do a video on your salad, please? I've been wanting to. I sometimes like start getting into it. I kind of want to like have it all set up properly, but when I want to eat my salad, like I want to eat. I don't want to make a video.
Ken doesn't want to do extra work, or I suspect someone else makes it and he just takes the credit for it with his photos. That is my assumption, though.
Wow, Matthew's incredible, dude. Killing it. Way to go, Matthew. Good for you, Matthew. Yeah, I've lost 33 pounds, and I want to lose another 20. Possibly more. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when I get to 180. How I feel.
So far, we have not seen any proof of these 33 pounds that have supposedly been lost. You'd think someone who is so happy about this would actually document it and want to share it. I mean, you speak about it, so not showing it just makes it plausible that you are hiding something.
But I went for a big bike ride the other day. If you follow me on my Instagram, you saw the picture. Because when I leave here, I go up a very large hill, and then I got a really good downhill, and then when I go south, there's a couple of smaller hills, and then one monster hill, and I actually had to get off my bike. First time in years, I had to get off my bike and walk up that hill. It was so hot. It was such a killer hill. And my lowest gear on my bike was skipping, so I didn't have the tools on me to correct it. My OMAD keto chicken thigh Cobb salad is one of my favorite fast breaking foods. Nice. Chicken thigh Cobb salad. Nice, man. 33 pounds is a huge achievement, too. Well, thank you. You're welcome, Matthew, says Sean.
Not sure why Ken keeps reading the comments that members are making to other members out loud.
That's a good bike. What's a good bike for around $600? What's a good bike for around $600? Are you talking road or mountain or what? If you want to just get into cycling, then obviously buy an entry-level 10-speed, basically, road bike. And then as you advance in the sport, then you could kind of upgrade like I did. So that bike I bought, I think it was like $1,300, and it was back in like the early 2000s, I believe, mid-2000, like 2005, maybe 2002. Can't remember the year I bought it. So also, if you're just getting into it, you might also want to buy a used one, because you might get a better bike that used to be a lot of money for $600. So just look on eBay, be careful what you're buying. I'm not sure how you check serial numbers on bicycles and things. There's possibly like a website that just make sure you're not going to buy something that's stolen. And that would suck if you accidentally bought a stolen bike, some person on eBay or whatever. So before I bought a bike on eBay, I would check the serial number. Not that that's happened, but I don't know, I'd just be kind of weary.
It surprises me that Ken actually said something useful to the member asking about bikes. I have to give him props for the suggestion of looking at used bikes as a way to possibly get a better bike for the $600 budget compared to some entry-level one that was brand new.
So I'm hoping within the next month I'll be able to climb that hill much easier, especially losing weight. and having a better bike. So I've had the same frame. So the bike, that red bike that you see in most of my pictures, I've had that for almost 20 years, and that's amazing. I can't believe I said that out loud. Well, I guess more like 15 years, but it's almost to the point where you can't get parts that fit that frame anymore. So I might have to move up.
That isn't how that works, Ken. Losing weight won't make things easier if your muscles are the same or even smaller due to wasting. Losing weight won't make it so that you can lift 30 more pounds in a bench press, for example.
I just realized that so I've got my moderators, which you guys are awesome for dropping by. But I noticed that John Riley, Bernard Lowe, missed you, Ken. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Good job in recent videos. Thank you, sir. Oh yeah, there's Grant. Got it. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Yeah, so I used to have a like 40-pound mountain bike back in the day, and it was great. It was a great mountain bike, but it was very heavy, and I started doing more and more bigger rides. And I was working with my buddy Steve at the time, and I told him about my bike rides, and he's like, "So you have an old heavy mountain bike, but you like to ride on the road more than you do off road. So he goes, you need a road bike." And I'm like, "Yeah, but how much is that going to cost?" And so I bit the bullet, and I bought an entry-level specialized road bike. And again, I've had it for a long, long time. I've updated components, the seat, the wheels twice. This is my second set of wheels that I have to put on it. New handlebars. I like to put on the carbon forks. I think that'd be my next purchase, maybe, because carbon forks help with make the ride much easier. We're here because we like you. Oh, thanks. Are you still doing the Invisalign? Yeah, this is like my last week and a half. I put my last set in on Wednesday, and the problem is the dentists aren't open because of COVID, so I don't know what is going to happen. So, and I don't think my teeth are as straight as they should be at the end of this, so he said that might happen, so they might have to order more Invisalign. So I don't know. They'll have to do new impressions. I don't know.
Blah, blah, blah. Bike upgrading. Blah, blah, blah. I bet Ken complains and tries to get the dentist to give him a credit on the Invisaligns due to not getting the straight teeth he wants. He seems to love to tell his viewers other times about demanding freebies from places.
John Riley with the thumbs up. Jackie, hey, hope everyone is good. We hope you're doing well too, Jackie. Krista says hi to Jackie. Hi, how are you, Carissa Edwards? So we do have one new member, John. I'll greet him into the members. And then we had 2 super chats, which are awesome. From Paul Nota. He said, how's it going, Ken? You're going to come to Boston? Yeah, we get that question already. I forgot. Lots of awesome places to check out. I can't wait to go to Boston one day. I kind of came close when I did my not my last trip, but when I went to Philadelphia and I went over to Jersey, I was kind of close to Boston. Thank you, Ken. No problem.
Wait, please explain to me, Ken, how you were close to Boston if you were in Philadelphia and New Jersey. New Jersey is 5 hours from Boston, so not close at all.
John Riley with the rock on symbol. So right now, I haven't eaten since today. Carol and I went to the Tickle Toad for dinner. Well, we like to order out. So that's what I did for dinner last night. And then I had some wine when I got home. So I guess basically the last sip of wine I had was like 11 o'clock at night. So technically it's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I'll be fasting for 15 hours now. 16 hours. So right now I'm just drinking water and Canada Dry soda, club soda. Welcome, John, says Jackie.
You were drinking the previous can of club soda and not doing the exaggerated but you open a new can and just had to put on the act. How very droll.
So again, guys, I'm here for another 35 minutes. What did you get from the Tickle Toad? Good question, Kevin. We had these, what are they called? I ordered the steak sandwich. First time I ever had that at the Tickle Toad, and it was phenomenal. I definitely want to be ordering that again in the future. Paul Eddy with a 10-pound super chat. Thank you very much. It was a sticker, $10 sticker of some type of avocado, flying avocado. Is that an avocado? That would be like a pear. I guess a super pear. Thank you very much, Paul Eddy. Appreciate that, buddy. Let me just check something. Oh, come on. Ouch. What was the thing? Yeah.
We have chicken curry with a curry wrap.
Yeah, a curry roll, chicken curry roll. And it's got, what's it, pico? No, what's the crumbs?
Oh, panko.
Panko crumbs on it. Super crunchy, awesome flavors. You get 3 of them that are cut in half, so it's like 6 with like a tomato, what did I call that? I called it sun-dried tomato dip. and they're phenomenal.
Phenomenal! Although he didn't know panko style breadcrumbs and wanted to call it pico. Oy vey.
Yeah, Jackie, man, we got a super chat from Paul Eddie. Appreciate that, buddy. I think it's a pear. I think it is too, with the little leaf on the top. It didn't have a little leaf on top. Yeah, I guess it's still a pear. Yeah, so we had that. And we also ordered like a pound of honey garlic wings. So we started with the curry rolls, and then we had some wings, and then I had my steak sandwich with fries, and it was really, really nice to eat the Tickle Toad food once again.
So, lots of fried foods. The curry roll appetizer, fried. The french fries, fried. Wings, fried, and then smothered in a sugary sauce. Then some red meat on a bun with fried onions and mushrooms. All of that is totally great for someone looking to shed some pounds. Oh, Ken.
Now, it was nice to say hi to Paul and his wife, too, supporting my buddy and his family and his business. Yeah, I can't eat them right now because I'm fasting until probably 6 o'clock. I think I'm going to stretch it to 6. The longer you stretch your fast, the better. Up to 48 hours, apparently. They don't recommend going over 48 hours, but people do. Hey, again, letting you know, Tim Hortons released the Fruit Loop donut nationwide today. Okay, thank you very much. The Fruit Loop donut.
Ken, please just quit talking about the fasting stuff. You don't know enough about it as you keep changing from one week to the next on what you can or can't do. Better to just say nothing at all than to open your mouth and sound like a fool.
John Riley says it sounds good. Oh wow, I love the Tickle Toad when we went there after golf last summer. Nice. Did you get to meet Paul or Sonia, or did you say hi? Junk Food Johnson said hi, Carol. Carol said hi back. It's possible for the KBD family to do another fundraiser for the food bank. As someone that uses them, they are stressed right now. Matthew, let's do it.
Of course Ken would be all for a food bank drive. Means he can collect donations or gifts that he doesn't have to claim as income but does, and then he can donate it and write it off on his taxes.
Ken, McKinley says, Ken, as challenge in a blindfolded taste test, can you determine the difference between Coke versus Pepsi? I did the actual Pepsi challenge back in the day, and I could tell the difference. But again, I like them both, so as you guys see from my food reviews, if they have Coke, I buy Coke. If they have Pepsi, I buy Pepsi. I don't hate either of them.
I'd like to see Ken do the Pepsi challenge. Although, I'd like to see him do a blind taste test of simple foods as well, just to see if he can actually taste the foods. I question his palate. I also bet we end up seeing a Tim Hortons video for that Fruit Loops donut soon.
Jackie, love your review yesterday. Nice. Didn't get to see anyone. Hopefully one day. Yeah, next time you go in there, Kevin, just tell one of the bartenders that you're one of the KBD. Chances are you just basically say his Paul or Sonia there and just say hello. Introduce yourself. They appreciate that. Grant Hutchinson with a £3 super chat. Thank you very, very much, sir. Hi Ken had BK drive-through post lockdown. Nice. So what do you guys think of this? Doing the once a week at 3 o'clock in the afternoon for an hour, just to touch base with all the members, just to touch base with all my moderators. It seems to be going well. I can't wait to get more moderators and more members so that there's more people in here asking more questions, having fun, getting to know each other a little bit.
I'm going to assume the reason he wants more members in his weekly members chat is not for the questions. We all know Ken craves money.
Had a bacon double XL. Yummy. The bacon double. So is it bacon on a double patty burger, or is it double bacon on a regular patty, or was it double bacon, double patty, extra large? Let us know, Grant. Love the regular chats. Me too. I'm going to keep doing them. I'm not going to not do live chats. How many people watching live? Can anybody tell me? I don't know why it's not showing me here. I like the format. Me too. This is awesome. No weenies being meanies. Sounds like a great idea. So what I'd like to do is do this to show my appreciation to all my moderators and channel members, and do this every single week, and then keep doing the big live shows for everybody. 96 people. Okay, thank you very much. McKinley. I like the format. Says Paul Eddie. Kevin says 100. Chris says 99. Double patty with bacon. Okay.
He was about halfway through his show, or a tad over that, and I was there watching, and he had just below 100 viewers. The likes versus dislikes were heavily skewed to the dislike side.
Because back in the day when KFC came out with the, what was it called? What was it called? Oh my gosh. The double down. So it was supposed to be 2 pieces of chicken, which made up the buns, 2 strips of bacon, 2 cheese, and that's all it was supposed to be. So it was supposed to be 2, 2, and 2. And then over time they stopped doing the cheese, or I don't know what they did something different. But that's what it was supposed to be. So whenever somebody says a double bacon burger, I'm always wondering if it's a double bacon or is it a double patty with bacon. But that's just me.
Wow, Ken, you make a double cheeseburger sound like it is rocket science. Yikes.
I get confused. Bum, 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 bum. Cheers, everyone.
Tell us something we don't know, Ken. And look, a sip without the
So when I get to my ideal weight, I can't wait to drop back to doing my 16-8. So I'll have an 8-hour eating window. I'll have lunch, maybe an afternoon snack, have dinner, stop eating at 7, and then not eat again until the next day at 12. That's where I want to be. Doing one meal a day it's not stressful. It's not super easy to do. I do it because I know it's working. My motivation is standing on the scale in a couple days and seeing that I've lost weight.
So we are led to believe there is weight loss. So far, I've seen nothing to back that up. Either put up or shut up.
You are looking super slim, sir. Well, thank you, Grant. Jackie says, hello, Paul. KFC is releasing a new sandwich soon. Can't wait. Hopefully in Ontario. Always let me know through email or whatever when some new product comes out. I just might go. You never know. If it suits me, if I want to do it, if I know I'm going to love it. What do you guys think of me just going to restaurants and ordering things that I know I'm going to love and just kind of promote that item at whatever restaurant, whether it's fast food, whether it's restaurants, and not really rate the food anymore? Again, just when I go to a restaurant, and I think you guys are the same, when you go to a restaurant, you try and order something you're going to love, right? Every time. And sometimes it might not be good because of either the way they prepared it or whatever. So that would obviously hinder, I guess, doing a review and rating it. I guess at that point in time you would rate it. But numbers don't matter. How you feel is what matters. Okay.
This right there is when Ken officially announced he was going to basically do as little as possible. He went from being a supposed food reviewer to a food orderer. I'll touch on this a bit more in the next comment.
Yes, the promotion idea is good. Yeah, I kind of want to get away from rating the food because, again, I mostly go after things I know I'm going to like. Sometimes it isn't something I like. Sometimes it's, a subscriber making a suggestion saying, hey, Ken, try this. I want you to try it before I try it. It might not be something I would normally order. So that could be, that's when the rating kind of comes into play. But I just really want to just go experience food, maybe do 1 or 2 restaurants per video. Kind of like what I was doing when I was going down the States to the gas stations. Sounds like a plan. I like the idea.
Ordering food you know you like over ordering foods you haven't had or may not normally order is what your channel was supposed to be about. You have basically, for the most part, just been doing this concept except you rated the food. Now you just want to eliminate the review part and only order things you like so that what? You don't feel as if you wasted your money if you don't like something? Asking your members for their feedback is pointless, as you know they're going to kiss your ass and tell you what you want to hear. Your new plan is pointless. However, sure, Ken, go for it, mate. I'm sure it will go over well.
Sounds good, says Paul 80, Krista, John. In regards to weight, that is. Trying to read back what you said. Oh, the numbers don't matter about weight. But it's a great motivator for me to step on the scale after a couple days of intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day kind of thing, and to see, because I got 236 pounds, and then I got down to 229, and I kind of hovered there for a bit, and then I dropped to around the 216 mark. Again, this is going back, or this is all happening over a 3.5 month period, and then I kind of plateaued at around the 200. I think I said 100 by accident. So I started at 236, got down to 229, plateaued for a bit, got down to 216. Plateaued for a bit, got to 212, plateaued for a bit. Now I'm hovering around the 203, 204 mark. And again, because, when I do my food reviews, high calorie, sometimes high sugar, especially the Cheesecake Factory, that whole meal was probably, I don't know, 2 to 3,000 calories maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but it was a lot of food and, again, lots of calories. Since you're limiting meals due to fasting, the idea is good. Thank you.
Quit saying you plateaued, Ken. What you just described was not a fucking plateau. You ate shitty food, and as such, you likely did not lose and probably gained weight. A plateau is when you are actively trying to lose weight and not just indulging. Someone who stays at 300 pounds for years is not plateaued. They are maintaining.
What about trying something you would not usually order? It does happen. Again, the things I don't normally order would be a request from somebody saying, okay, go and try that, you know, on a normal given day, if I just happen to be at that restaurant, I might not ever order that because there are certain restaurants I only order certain things at. So again, trying a new item is something, you know, I may order or I may not, just depending on what it is. Again, when it's some type of barbecue burger thing, I would normally not order that because they always put like too much barbecue sauce on and it's cold. They squirt on.
I don't even know what to say here, Ken. Why not just make your channel you eating a Big Mac every damn day then? If you are only going to eat food you know you like, why bother adding variety?
McKinley says, I'm good with that. Awesome. Krista says, true. Oh, very true, Matthew Wilson. Kevin W says, I like the rating system. I believe a lot of people value your and reply or rely on your opinion of the food. Yeah, but if I go after something and you can see how much I'm enjoying it, I think they'll understand. So I'll probably still slip in the rating, but I might not actually have the graphic up anymore. So I'll probably, let's say, there's a steak, a barbecue steakhouse type place south of me, and I want to go and try one of these, like, I don't know, it's like a 20-ounce T-bone steak, quarter house. And, you know, I probably wouldn't normally order that. If I was going out to dinner, I'd probably get something smaller, but I want to try it. Because I know it'll make a good video. And by the end of that video, you'll probably know if I really like it or not. Again, it'll probably be something I love.
So adding the rating aspect on screen is so much work, and that is really why you want to just drop it. You said it, straight from the donkey's mouth. Yet you also kind of backtracked by saying you would order something you wouldn't normally order. Can't even keep it straight anymore.
Matthew has an idea. Add on one food item you've never had before. Yeah, so do something I know I'm going to love, and then try something new. That's a good idea. 108 people watching, Ken, thank you. It'd be interesting to know if, like, how many people are watching that aren't members and aren't moderators, as opposed to how many moderators and members are here. Go out and get it. You do a whole series called Go Out and Get It. Go out and get it now.
See? Your members have more ingenious ideas.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to starting to travel again, guys. I'm very, I don't know, not frustrated that I can't travel. I'm excited, and I want to travel so badly to make more content for you guys. And because I can't, it bothers me a lot. So I know I can do some stuff definitely in Ontario here, and I have been doing some stuff, but we'll see. I like the rate with no graphics. Nice, thank you. Also focus on the service experience. That's a good idea for sure.
You'd think we weren't gripped in a global pandemic where millions of people have died, eh, Ken? However, your main concern is that you can't travel right now. Ridiculous. We Ontarians hate that you can't just stay the fuck home like we've been asked. You ever stop to think it is thinking about just yourself being the reason why no one wants to work with you anymore? And they just see you as a cretin? I also don't want to see you rate the service or staff, as you have in the past been extremely rude to people or said things that were not called for.
And I have done that in the past. But when I've had bad service, and I mentioned that in the video, it really sets people off in a negative mood. So there have been times in the past that I had bad service, and I purposely didn't comment on it because I'm trying to make the videos upbeat and fun, and it takes a lot for me to kind of dwell, I guess, on the negative of that experience.
You complain about service in almost every video. Biting your tongue to keep your videos upbeat? Are you kidding me? Was that pickle fried chicken video you biting your tongue?
Again, I try not to ever bash the company. I think that's just a really, really bad idea. So I'm always trying to promote the company, but if they make something that I don't like, then I let them know. But again, I want to be respectful to the company. It's possible that there's a place in Brantford, and they undercooked the burger. Both patties of the burger were raw in the middle, and I still ate the burger. And normally I probably would have taken it back, but I didn't. I don't know. I was in motion, and I wanted to shoot the video, get it done, and just move on with my life. I didn't want to stop everything to go back in. But again, I didn't bash the company. I think mention the fact that chances are maybe it's a new cook. Something went wrong in the kitchen. But again, never bash the company.
Was it raw or just medium? Some places that cook burgers from fresh ground meat do it to medium.
Also focus on the service experience. Got it. Do you find there's a difference between club sodas? This is the only one I have, but there is definitely a difference between this and like Perrier. And this actually has sodium in it, which is good for you when you're fasting. So that's why I don't. This has low sodium, so it'd be interesting to find one that doesn't have low sodium in it. Because of me fasting, I'm not eating a lot of salt, I'm not eating a lot of sugar, I'm not eating a lot of carbs because I'm fasting. But when I'm throughout the day when I'm just drinking water and stuff, they do recommend putting like Himalayan pink salt in your water. So when you're fasting, so when you have a big glass of water like that, to like put in some pink Himalayan salt, it helps with minerals in your body. and it helps through the fast.
You get more than enough sugar and salt when you aren't fasting. I think you are more than fine, Ken.
So I've been taught. Agree, good idea, Ken, says Jackie. Thank you. Krista says, it's okay, Ken. We totally understand. Thank you, Krista. Jonathan, welcome to the stream. I think that's the first comment you left, so you must have just dropped in. What up, Ken? I agree. Don't like the food. I agree. Don't like the food doesn't mean people are bad. Right, so again, the company might not necessarily made a bad burger. It could have been the cook. They might have been having a bad day. But there have been times, like when I did that KFC, the pickles and chicken thing in LA, the fact that I could barely hear her. She kept saying what, and then the order got screwed up, and then she forgot my drink, and I thought that would be entertaining, but it seemed like it really pissed people off. People were thinking that I was making fun of her or whatever, but I just wanted to include that experience with you guys. But I could have edited it completely different. It would have been interesting to know if it would have got the same amount of views. But anyway.
See? You edited that video I aforementioned in LA in a clickbait way to garner more views. You just aren't happy it pissed people off, and rightfully so. Won't be the last time you do it. Hell, you called out Popeyes when you got an older biscuit.
Time for the biscuit. Oh, let's see if that seems dry. She took it from a tray that looked like maybe it's been there for a while. Oh, Popeyes. Please don't tell me you gave me a really old biscuit. It didn't break apart nicely. It seemed a little bit on the crumbly dry side. Please. Here we go. Yeah. You just rocked my lunch. Thank you, Popeyes. Wow. That was the crummiest, no pun intended, biscuit I've ever had from Popeyes. So if the people that own this Popeyes, the only Popeyes in this area in Bradford, there's only one. So if those people actually watch this video, don't ever give people a dry, crusty biscuit, please. That'll make people not come back.
Case in point, you called out Popeyes and then you called out the franchisee, yet you claim you don't call out the company. Pity, as I said, Popeyes hadn't seen that footage before wanting to pay for your video.
Club soda review, yeah. Could do that. Maybe try all the different soda waters and talk about the fact that some have more sodium in it than the other ones. I'm not sure if Perrier has sodium in it. I guess we could find out. Maybe mention one idea they could improve on. I always do that in a lot of my videos, saying, what would make this better, in my opinion. I always have to let people know, this is just my opinion. Put more tomatoes on it. Maybe no tomatoes on this specific meal. Whatever. So not calling out a negative or call a specific positive they delivered, for sure. Pickles and chicken was a disaster, lol. Well, the video or the pickles and the chicken at KFC? Like their Nashville hot chicken, I can't wait to have that again. It was so good. Kevin W says, too bad we don't all live closer. We can move this chat to the back of the chat and swim 60 minutes and counting, lol. Nice. We've got Jackie saying hello to Jonathan. Jonathan saying hello to Jackie. I'm loving the community, people. I'm loving the community. The food video, top notch. Okay, thank you. So the video was top notch, but the pickles and chicken were not a top notch. But did you ever try the Nashville hot chicken from KFC? It was phenomenal. You know what's funny is that's when I started understanding how pickles on certain foods can make that food experience so much better, because the pickles, the tanginess, sourness of pickles on that style of food really enhanced that food. And the fact that I went back into my garbage bag to get the pickles out that I just threw out was a lot of fun. KBD community. Yeah, man. Pool party. Hey, Ken, you should review Hot Cheetos Bloody Mary drink from Tippy's bartender page on Facebook. It made a good review with Paul during Cooking Review. Oh, neat.
Ken would never have fans over to his home for a pool party. Ha 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 ha. Also, I love how he wanted to know from the member if the video or the experience at KFC was the disaster, and he was happy it was the latter. He loves the ass kissing.
Had it yesterday. Not hot enough. Oh, okay. I guess that's it. But the flavor is awesome. I don't suggest you look into how much sodium's in it. I can't wait to go to Nashville. Paul and I, when we were in Nashville with a bunch of guys for a football game on the Football Guys weekend, we went to Hattie B's, and we went to line up, and there's a guy at the end of the line wearing a shirt saying the line stops here, no more chicken. And so we missed it by, 5 minutes or something. It sucked. So I think from there we went over to White Castle. So we did a White Castle review instead. John Riley says, hello everyone from Branson. Is that Missouri? MO? What's up for Friday and next week's videos? Can you share? I don't 100% know what I'm going to do. For maybe Monday's video, when Carol and I went up to open up the cottage for my mom, we stopped in at like a chip truck that's been there for 2 years, and I had their Donair. It was called Donair Loaded Fries. It was awesome. And I was thinking maybe I'll go back and do a couple items from that and tip them out, advertise their location and stuff because the food was good. But I might do that this weekend for Monday's review. And but we'll see. We'll see, people.
I wonder if he wrote off the fries when he took that photo for Instagram, even though he did not review it. Visiting the cottage, even though we have been asked not to, is another slap in the face to Ontarians respecting the stay-at-home orders.
Jonathan O'Donnell, thank you very much. Got to go back to work. Love you, Ken. Can't wait for the next video. Had Hattie B's in Vegas. Loved it. I didn't know that they're in Vegas. Thank you very much for that juicy tip. Jonathan, thanks for stopping by. We have another 10 minutes. Once again, I don't know how many people. Later, Jonathan says John Riley. Yes, barbecue and pool party. Krista, retracted the comment. I'm just doing a refresh. Okay, 96 people watching. That's a good way of doing it. For some reason, the thing I'm looking at right now is not updating. At the Cosmopolitan Hotel. Well, that's where the Hattie B's is. Nice. I've been to Vegas once. Drove in, got there late in the afternoon, early evening. Natter and I got our hotel room. Went straight down to the Heart Attack Grill. Made a video. Did the quadruple bypass burger. Natter did it in 7 minutes. It took me 19 minutes, but I did it the next day. I had a meat hangover. 104 people watching. Thank you very much, Kevin. Appreciate it. Yeah, I drank water with that burger. Actually, I think I had like a soda. I think maybe because I was trying to save on space in my stomach because I was eating a lot of food. But I somehow managed to eat all the food. I kind of learned a little bit too about competition eating because Natter, so beside Natter, you kind of look at how he's eating it. It seems that they'll always eat the meat first and then the bread last. I guess the bread fills your stomach up quicker and prevents you from eating the meat. There's definitely strategies in competition eating. I don't think I'll ever be doing like challenges like that in the future because of the fasting. My stomach has shrunk a lot. Random Hato, hello, how are you, sir? Welcome to the members only live chat, and I guess I don't have to call it members only, members and moderators only live chat.
No, Ken, your stomach is not shrunk as much as you think due to your fasting, but please keep telling us this fabrication to make it seem like you are losing weight.
Because I'm super stoked that that YouTube lets moderators in as well as members into this members only live chat. So that's kind of cool. Everybody's saying hello to Random Hato. What time is it in Europe, buddy? So I think you guys are 5 hours ahead of us, so it's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like I'm coming up at 9 o'clock. Ken versus Matt Stoney. Did you guys know when I did the West Coast food tour back in 2014, I did contact Matt Stoney and we were talking, but as we got closer, he had to go and do, I don't know, an eating competition somewhere. So we were planning on doing a video together. It would have been fun, but it fell through.
Matt Stoney dodged a bullet there. Another example of Ken using a much bigger YouTuber to try and further himself.
Coming up on 9 p.m. Okay, so it's 5 hours difference. Hi, and you're late, LOL. We're almost done. We have 6 minutes, people. I'm going to be doing the time may change depending on what else is happening in the world. We'll see. But I'm going to do it weekly. It's going to be a weekly event, and hopefully get more members in here and have a lot of fun, guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys for stopping by today.
We will see just how long this weekly promise of yours holds up, Ken.
If you are watching the live stream and want to participate in the comment section, there's a link in the description. And when you sign up, you also get your name in the credits of all my videos on this channel. So to show my appreciation for your support. The more members we get in the on the channel, the more places I can go to in the future. Back in the day, I'd never have traveled into the States as deep as I have. I would never have bought plane tickets, hotel, car rentals, buying large, expensive meals in other places in the United States and Canada if it wasn't for the fact that right now we have 54 members, and that really helps me make those decisions easier, because back in the day, there's no way I could afford it. One of the reasons I started doing, here's a little tidbit of information, one of the reasons I started doing fast food at the beginning of doing all this YouTube stuff, because it was inexpensive. So, you go and buy a $5 meal at McDonald's, review it, put it up on YouTube, and maybe in 2 or 3 months, the video will make $5 back. So going out and spending like $25 on a more expensive meal at the Cheesecake Factory was no, I'm not going to do that because I just couldn't afford it at the time. But the fact that my channel is growing, the fact that I've got all these members now, I've got people on my Patreon, they're helping out big time, and on my Cameo. So all these things help me make these travel plans so much easier. So I appreciate all your support, guys.
Oh, Ken, you make plenty of money off of YouTube, and yet you won't put any of that into your channel, so you rely on finding more and more ways to milk money from your adoring viewers and claim it is for them. No, it is not. It is for you. They pay for you to go on these trips. They pay for all the toys you buy yourself. Notice how he said he appreciated their support, and then he reached instinctively for the glasses, it is his tell.
Looking forward to seeing you in the future streams. Me too. You always make my day. Thanks, John Riley. You guys made my day. David Johnson, hey, how are you, sir? How are you and the family and the pets? Everything's good here. Thank you very much. You stay safe as well, and you rock as well. If you fancy doing something spicy this weekend, for the 6th and 7th of June, gang, got a worldwide online 48-hour chili festival happening. Wow. You could pop in and eat something spicy and plug your channel. Well, that's gonna be on your channel, Random. You're gonna be eating some spicy stuff. If you fancy doing something spicy, weekend of the 6th and 7th. I will keep that in mind. Please email me again to remind me. I'd really appreciate that. All right, gang, gotta run, buddy. Thanks for doing this. Kevin, thanks for stopping by. Go jump in the pool, start that barbecue up, and have some fun. Looking forward to the next week. Me too. John Riley and Chris and everybody saying, see you later, Kevin. That's what I'm liking about this members only and moderators only live stream. You guys are super friendly to each other. Makes me want to do more. Awesome. See you next weekend. Later, fellow mods. See you, McKinley. All right, guys, we have 1 minute left. Once again, I want to thank every single one of my members for being a member and supporting this channel. I'd like to thank all my moderators for supporting my channel through helping me moderate when we do the big live streams on like a Friday night or whatever. I'd like to thank John Riley. He's my newest member as of today. I believe he was a member a while ago, and he had to opt out for a bit of time, which is fine. I don't force anybody into being members, so if you can't afford to be a member, drop into the regular live streams and stuff. I totally appreciate your support there. And just leave comments, watching my videos. That's a great way of supporting my channel. So Paul Nota, thanks for your super chat. Bernard Lowe with your super chat. Paul Eddie with your super sticker. Grant Hutchinson with your super chat, and Jonathan O'Donnell for your super chat. You guys rock. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Really appreciate that. Time to go. I'll try and make a video on the salad that I eat pretty much every single day. I've been eating pretty much the same salad every day, and I'm not getting sick of it, so that's how good it is for my taste buds. The only thing we change up in it is the protein. So sometimes we'll put bacon in it, sometimes we'll put chicken in it, sometimes we put avocado in it, sometimes we don't. Depends if the avocados are ripe. There's nothing worse than putting an underripe avocado in your salad. Ugh. All right, guys. Thanks, everybody, for stopping in. I appreciate every single one of you. Have a great evening, and we'll talk to you again in the next live stream.
Notice how he timed his members live stream to ensure he stopped it as close to the hour mark as he possibly could. Meanwhile, his other public streams, where he was likely to get more off super chats, he would go for 2 or 3 hours. All he did was use this stream to get in bits about his fasting, patting himself on the back over his supposed weight loss, and basically seek his members' approval to quit reviewing food and just go and order things he loves under the premise that he is promoting it. What a load of rubbish. Then he closed out by complaining about not being able to travel, but that he can't wait to get back at it thanks to the fans who love him opening their wallets to make his life easy breezy. Saying you appreciate your members is a load of crap, sorry Ken, but you have not done anything to prove that. Pity that people are easily fooled by your demonstrative ways. As always, though, I appreciate all my subscribers for watching my content, commenting on the videos to open up a discussion, and tossing a like my way. I try and respond whenever I feel I have something worthwhile to say back. If I don't respond, please know it is not due to not wanting to do so, but rather because I would rather say nothing than just give you some simple response like a thanks or the like. Perhaps I'm just an oddball like that. If you are new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. A like would also go a long way to helping. I also want to hear from you all on what you might want to see. Ken has hundreds and hundreds of videos, and perhaps there is one you'd like to see done. However, as always, thanks for watching yet another Ken Domik Dissemination Expose. And until next time, KDDE out.